Hi, Wayne Sorbelli here. I'm going to talk about the pentatonic scale today. I'm working through this with a few of my in-person students, and it's time to make some videos to tie this together for my channel as well. So basically there's 5 shapes that will cover from your open position to your 12th fret. And those 5 patterns or shapes then just repeat themselves exactly from the 12th fret on. Some guitars have 24 frets, so you can repeat the whole scenario exactly twice. But for this, my guitar has 21 frets, or 20 actually. And let's see, 12, 15, 17, 19, 20, 22 fret. This is my friend Eric's vintage, I believe, 1980s Kramer, one of these XL2. I love that, with that kind of hockey stick kind of looking headstock on there. I mean, this thing is 80s all day long. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm doing some work on it. I have the hood open, so to speak, getting it ready for him. All right, so for the pentatonic, it's penta because it's 5 notes. A regular scale contains 7 notes. In the major scale, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So if you start, let's say, on C, and then you do whole step, takes it to a D, whole step takes it to an E, half step takes it to an F, whole step to G, whole step to A, whole step to B, and then your last one is a half step, takes you to C. Because remember, in music language, there's no space between E and F or B and C. Every other note has another note between it called the sharp or the flat. If you think of a piano, white keys are your A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The black keys between them are the sharps or flats. Every white key of a piano has only one name, A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. Every black key on a piano has 2 names. It could be called, so if you're on an A, which is a white note, and it's, so there's a black key between the A and the B. The black key between it, you can call either an A sharp, or you can call it a B flat. Sharp, it insinuates an action. Sharp means to increase pitch by a half of interval. So to sharpen a note would be to raise it to the next available higher note. On a piano, it's the next key. On here, it's the next fret. Okay, so you take that whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half formula. That gives you all 7 notes in a true scale. And then the 8th note is the first note repeated again. So it'll be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then that's why that second C is called the octave. 8 scale tones away from the first. Now, for the scales themselves, or what we'll call as a group of notes that make a physical pattern or a shape on the guitar fretboard, which will become friends of ours. Just like when you write 3 letters that make the word and or the. When you start off, when you're in, 2nd grade, 1st grade, you're just writing T, H, E, A, N, D. After you've done it a while, when you think the, your hand does one movement, T-H-E. When you say and, your hand does one movement, A-N-D. That's how it happens on the guitar. You build muscle memory. One note turns into a small chord, maybe a little phrase, and then these things tie themselves together and grow from simple one-note things into chords, and then in progressions, and into movements, and into scales and modes and all this other stuff. It all happens with muscle memory. So I do want to say, I say it all the time, don't practice your mistakes over and over. That's probably the most harmful thing you can do on your journey to learning how to play an instrument, is if you practice your mistakes over and over, you're going to become an expert at sucking. Okay? So you don't want to do that. If you're not sure the right way, don't do it. Wait till you know. Practice what you know. Okay? Of course, trying to get good at something, you'll be making little mistakes, but we want to work on things slow enough that you keep your mistakes at a minimum. And as you build the skill to conquer these very small, if you keep it realistic and you keep small goals in front of you, you'll just keep kicking the crap out of these small goals, and you're moving forward. You're not wasting time practicing your mistake. too many people want it too fast. I want it now. I want it now. It doesn't work like that. If it was that easy, everybody would be rocking out on the guitar. And then, quite frankly, it wouldn't be special. It wouldn't mean anything. And right now, what makes it so special is because it's obvious that you've got to put time in on it to practice it. So then those that can do it, it says something about the person. Wow, look, you know, you can do what you put your mind to. That says a heck of a lot about somebody, okay? Now, I'll get off the philosophy, get back onto some frequency. Now, the first shape that I'm going to show you will be the most popular one. Okay, now I know it's on the 5th fret, so there's another shape before it. But this first one is just so commonly used that we just start with this one, okay? A minor pentatonic scale. Yes, it does contain the same notes as a C major scale, which is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, this is pentatonic, so it's only going to use the A, C, D, E, and G out of those 7 notes, okay? It's going to leave the B behind, and it's going to leave the F behind. So now, if I start on my 5th fret of my 6th string, because we count them this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Strings are like children. They start small and grow big. Now, you won't forget it, as simple as it sounds, right? The big string is the 6th one. The little string is the 1st one. So you go to your 6th string, and you go to your 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. That's an A note. My guitar's tuned standard tuning. Eddie 8 Dynamite. Goodbye Eddie. E, A, D, G, B, E. Now, because of that, that makes this note an A. Because there's no space between E and F, no space between B and C, you've got E open, right? So if I hit that, I tune that. Sorry, that was way too hard. I tuned that to the E. So now that means that this next note is an F. Then there's a space between every one. So there's G, space, A. Now if I wanted to count every one, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. You see now if I was working backwards, look at A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Same on the piano, same on the guitar. Every single string works the same way, okay? Every keyboard works the same way. That's how music works. Now, I'm on the A note. I'm going to use A, C, D, E, G. That's the 5 notes that make up this scale. A. Now, most scales are 4 frets wide. Why? Because we've got a thumb to hold on and 4 playing fingers. Finger 1, 2, 3, 4, or index, middle, ring, and pinky. All right? We still use those. Now, to type the scale out, we're going to actually do it twice. There's only 5 notes, but we've got, 4 notes and 6 strings, so we've got a lot of spots we can hit, but we only need 5 to make the scale. A, I'm going to skip the B and go right to the C. So let me get closer here. Look. Remember, 5th fret, okay? A, C, C. Then underneath it is my D, E, G. Here's back to my A already. So my scale was A, C, D, E, G. And I'm going to start it over again on this A. Sorry, not looking. A, C, D, E, G. And then it starts A again. A, C, and I can keep going. C, whole step, D, whole step, E, half step, E, and then it's going to go to the G, and then from G back to A. So that's it on one string, what the pentatonic scale would look like. A, C, D, E, G, A. Okay. A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. It sounds better to resolve it on the A. So you start on the A, and then I end back on the A. It sounds better. It's called resolution. This leaves the ear hanging like a question mark. Watch. Okay. back there. Naturally, the ear wants to hear that resolve. Okay, now you could learn it forwards and backwards. I highly suggest it. You have to burn this pattern into your memory. And if you can, once you start memorizing the shape, as soon as you can, you try to memorize the notes by letter name. A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, A. Backwards. Oops. So you got like finger 1, finger 4, and then 3 times finger 1 and 3, and then 2 times finger 1 and 4. See, that's a space and a half. Here's a half step, 1 space, step and a half. Every note on the 5th fret's getting hit in this scale. So it helps to look right there, and you know everything's going to come back to that 5. Oh, I see some people, they hold that finger there, and then they just, but it leaves everything ringing out, and that's not really the sound we're looking for. It's good technique to be able to pick, you know, like this, jog your fingers across the fretboard. It's good practice, so you might as well make a good exercise out of it too. I'm really loving this 80s Kramer guitar. I had it for a friend of mine for a while, and I've secretly been holding on to it because his son is the age that the guitar is about to become very important to him. So we got this baby all pimped out for him, making it something special. It already is something special. I'm just making it so that it plays like a dream and will sound like a dream and give this kid the best chance I can to become a great guitar player. He's already quite the fine piano player, but now it's about time I turn him on to the art of magic wanding the guitar. All right, so we have pattern 1, pentatonic, A minor, penta, 5-note scale, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, A, or A, C, and you think a space between every note except D and F and B and C, A, C, well, how'd I get that? A, there's B, space, no space, C, space D, space E, no space F, space G, back to A. And then also now, this is the bonus part of the video. Always a bonus. You have to always have a bonus, right? For those that need extra. So like, now, whatever you do here before this 12 frets, like I said, this is one musical scenario. 5 patterns exist between here and here. And then it just repeats from here to here. So if I look, I have my open position, and then 2 spaces, and then a dot. Well, this 12th or 2 dot position here, 2 dots on the top, and 2 dots, whoop, I didn't have that knob on there tight enough, I have to screw that on. So, so now we have these notes here are the same as what we tuned it to. This is the same as this. This is the same thing, except everything's exactly 12 notes apart, or 1 octave higher. So E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Yeah, it's an octave if you're counting the scale tones, whole, whole, half, but it takes 12 notes to get to an octave if you're counting every single note, okay? Next string, A, right, so watch, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, goes right to F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. And if you count it right, you'll always, whatever string is open, if you count every note, when you get to this double dot, that's your that's your next octave. That's why there's 2 dots there. So now you take that idea, instead of this is open, so now this is open. So now I go 2 dots past the open, and I find a dot. I go 2 frets past my open position and find a dot. Okay, so that's like this dot. So go 1 more dot up. So 1 more dot up. And I literally can play the same A minor pentatonic scale right there now. It's just the same thing. It's a little cramped, but it's the same idea. A, B, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, E. I'm sorry, C, D, E. A, C, D, E, D. There's so much you could do with these 5 notes. It's just unbelievable. All right. I'm Wayne Sorbelli. I'm at my little music store here. Family run, family owned. Island Guitar, the home of the Bone Island Music Crew. And if you like this content, if you're using it to help teach somebody else, you're using it to help teach yourself. If you're one of my students and you're using it as an aid for your lessons, please let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious as to what use the videos are, if any, how I can make them better. Should I not put so much content in one video? Should I make more of them in series? Let me know what's up. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I think it could be of great use someday to have a library. I have a massive amount of material, just, thousands of songs that I'd love to share with everybody. So I'm going to bat here, I'm trying to build myself a database. I'm home basing a lot of the videos on YouTube. I also have my own website that I'm working on. So, to try to help my situation, if you like this stuff, if you don't want this stuff popping up on your feed, obviously, then don't subscribe to the channel. But if you know somebody else that might find it useful, please send them a share. And the people that play ukulele, guitar, or bass, they may find this channel quite useful because I keep it to those things. And I'm not one to just sit there and show a riff as much as I would be the one to try to explain to you why it is the way it is. And that I invite you to ask questions in the comments. I invite you to ask me to share things that you may not know about. Just give me some ideas for content, and I'll see if I can help you out. Thanks. Subscribe, obviously, if you haven't, hit the little like button. These things are small, but they really help out on our end as YouTube creators. It's incredible on how something as small as hitting that little like button can really make such a difference on whether our channel gains any momentum or not. Every time you comment, it gains momentum. Every time you share it, it gains momentum. I do appreciate it. Wayne Sorbelli, I want to say rock on. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening to what I have to say.